Hello everybody, it's Karen here from Lillbits Creations, and today for this tutorial I'm going to show you how I make some of my Lillbits mini stickers, which I will be putting on sale today in my store on Etsy, Lillbits Creations. I hope you find this useful, and if you have any questions or want to add a comment in below, please do. So firstly, I've opened up my Photoshop program. On the screen you can see some of the documents I've been working on lately, but I'm going to go into File, Open, and I've created a folder on my desktop with many of the files I need for this tutorial in one place, just to make things a little bit easier. So the first thing I'm going to do is open up one of my Minis templates. I do often come back to this particular sheet because it has a lot of the features I already need without starting a new document. For example, these little zoo animalias I was working on a couple of months ago. I have them ready if I want to check sizes and things. I also like to have a black background, so I can, if I zoom in, when I give my title or put the stickers in, I can just check that I'm happy with how the stickers are going to look overall. I will save it on a transparent PNG background later on, but also if I want to take some photos, which I'll probably share with you today, ready for my Etsy store, it's ready to go as well. So I'm going to turn the zoo animals off. The reason I also like to use a template is I already have the right fonts and text style up here. So I'm going to go into that one now, and I'm going to call this one Lillbits Minis Halloween Cuties. And you'll see there's a little file underneath. I'm going to show you why I do that. At the moment that looks quite jagged and it's not very nice, and I'm a little bit of a perfectionist. If I show you my stickers again, I like the edges to be nice and smooth, so what we might as well do that now actually. I'm just going to delete that one because that was from the previous one. So I'm going to create a new layer underneath with this little plus icon. I'm going to come on in nice and close, just pressing the zoom button. What I will also do is just reset that back to black and white. If you click on this one here, swap it over, it will be white automatically. I have my brush preset and it's remembered it. Oh, snowflakes. I was working on snowflakes recently. So I like hard round pressure and size 9. So you can drag this or you can just go up here and press 9. The smoothing and flow is a preset I already have, and that seems to work really well. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to zoom in here, and I have a graphics tablet and my pen I'm going to use. If I don't want to zoom in so close, I'm just gonna, I find if you suddenly got all of those grids you're a little bit too close. I'm going to hit the brush, making sure I'm the layer underneath, and I'm going to do this like that. Okay, I'm coming over here. That's just to smooth the outline as well. Okay, so it's quite, I don't take too much time, but it's just, as you'll see, much nicer. And then if I zoom out or fit the screen, that's much better. So that's the first step for me. If I wanted to come back and change the title, I just need to remember to fix the layer underneath. Now if I was to merge that at the moment by hitting shift and both ones and merge the layers, I have to actually rasterize it, but I don't really want to merge it. The reason for merging might be I could then drag it and it would all be one piece, but I want to keep coming back to this template, so I'm not going to merge it. I'm just going to leave it as it is. Okay. Now I need to open up some of the other files. I'm going to go to File, Open, and we've got two files here. These are the larger Halloween Hattie stickers, and I've brought this one into the program because I might decide I want to use a different size Hatties in my mini sheet. Even though it's called Minis, I like to give the customers as much variety as I can on the sheet. So I've also got my main stickers. And the minis are created from the larger version sheets, and then I take some smaller ones as well. So I'm going to go to these ones. Okay, and as you can see there are different ones on here. Now I'm opening up a PNG file at the moment. I do have a Photoshop version of them with all of the stickers on layers, but my Cricut machine has its own little temperamental setting, and if I zoom in order for my Cricut machine to cut properly, I often have to put a slightly more space at the top and to the right hand side. I've no idea why mine does that. Yours should be absolutely fine if you're using a Cricut machine, but just to let you know, that's why I've opened a PNG file. It means, so let's take one of the first stickers. I'm going to use a lasso. I'm just going to drag around it. If this was a Photoshop file, I could just drag that picture. So I'm going to do edit, copy. Actually, I might do edit, copy, merged, and I'm going to come over to my minis and I'm going to do edit, paste, and there's our first sticker. This is part of the fun, really, deciding where you want to place the individual stickers. I'll just pop it there for now, and I'm going to go into Hattie. Let's try one of the larger ones. I can zoom in. Go. I'm going to take Hattie again, with freehand, just using the mouse. I could use the graphics tablet for more accuracy, but I don't need to at the moment. So copy, merge, pop back into there, and I'm going to paste it. Now this is one of the reasons why I have Hattie in different sizes. If I come back later, I might decide actually that's quite a big sticker for a mini sheet. I can also, so clicking on that, I can hit Control T, and I'm just going to drag the corner. I can make her smaller if I want to. Which I might do actually. Then if we come back into our Halloween sticker sheet, we've already got a Hattie. Let's pop in, just select, deselect. I'm just going to trace around these cute little mice with their hats on. Edit, copy, merged. Apologies if you hear any beeping in the background, by the way. My microphone has a mind of its own at the moment. Okay, so I'm just going to put that one there. If we go back and have a little look, I've also got some other Halloween stickers. Let's try the pumpkin. Edit, copy, merged. Okay, I'm going to paste it. Okay, let's have a little look. We might as well drag the rest of the stickers in while we're here. I'm going to swap to my pen now, just because this one's a little bit harder. My graphics tablet comes with a pen. I use the Wacom product. I'm happy to link that in the description below if you like. Now, I keep going up to edit, but the normal features do work. So if I hit Control C and then go into here and then hit Control V, it will work. But sometimes I just like to click extra buttons, to be honest. It's not needed though, so those good old Control C, Control V features still work in Photoshop. Now, because I think Hattie is one of my favourite characters, I liked to kind of draw customers in, so I think I'll make sure that Hattie is at the front. Probably pop him over there, and now it's just starting to play around with the position of the stickers and putting them into place. She's a little bit big, so I'm going to hit Control T. I will most likely put a second one of her in later to fill the places. It's heading back over. I have some stars, and I think I will use this one here. Set of three for the price of one. I'll go to copy, merge this time. Edit, paste. Okay, so if I zoom out, I can have a look at what the stick sheet looks like. You'll probably notice that having that black background is really quite useful, because if it is white, I'll show you now, you really don't know where the stickers end when they start, so that's purely why I choose a black background. You could choose other colours as well. So I'm just really having a little play around. I did quite like that at the bottom actually, so let's pop there, and we'll probably put a star or something down there later. Pumpkin might look nice down here, and I think the stars are going to look lovely in there if I make them a little bit smaller. So Control T, the previous version of Photoshop, you had to also hold down the Shift or Command key if you're on a Mac computer, just to keep the proportions the same, but thankfully they have upgraded that one, so that's a really handy feature that I like. This, I may remember that we've got the background, so I'm going to hold down the Shift and that will put them together. I'm just going to use my arrows just so that's not so much in the way. Another thing I've worked out, up here I've got the auto select button. If you turn that off, then what you've used last will move that wherever you are. If I was to turn that on, then I can click on any of these and you'll see it swapping over in the layers to what I'm doing. I literally used Photoshop for years and then I accidentally discovered that one day. So if you're an expert at Photoshop, you're probably yelling at the screen now saying, oh my gosh, it took you years. But anyway, it might come in handy. I've just traced around that one. I'm going to this time, remember before I said copy merged? If I hit copy merge now, let's show you actually what happens. Copy merged, it will merge the star and the black background. Okay, I'm going to turn that off. And then if I hit edit paste, you'll see what I mean. And I didn't want the black background, so I'm just going to undo that. I'm just going to undo. So let's go back again, putting that on. And this time I'm going to hit edit copy only. And it will only paste just the star. And just so that if you don't believe me, there you go. Another useful little hint. Lovely, that star fits down there nicely. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and thinking about my customers in Halloween, they're probably going to want another pumpkin, but I'm going to give them 2 smaller ones as well. And with my mini sheet, I do tend to like to give the customers something a little bit different that they can't have on the main sheet if they have purchased it. I'm going to copy him. So the nice thing about this, if I hit down the Alt key and drag across, it automatically duplicates it. But I might want him, just because I can, to face the other direction. So I'm going to right click, Control T, and I'm going to go to flip horizontal. And sometimes he looks, actually it's quite cute, so I am going to leave that like that, and he's just facing a slightly different direction. And again, it will give the customer something else to use or work on. These stars look quite huge still, so I'm going to make them a little bit smaller, even though it is a mini sheet. It's nice to have a little bit of variety. So you can see I have 2 options now. I could go back in to the Hattie one, also, and I could take one of the smaller ones, which I might do, just using the lasso, edit, copy merged. Because it's a blank background, it doesn't matter if I do copy merge. And I could paste her in there. That's quite nice. Let's make it smaller. And I might actually make these little mice smaller too, just so that it fits in nicely. And every time I'm changing or adjusting these stickers, it does make it different to the main sheet. So people purchasing the main sheet and then the minis ones won't have the exact same size always as well, which is lovely. Okay, so we've got a gap here and an obvious gap down the bottom. So definitely the spider. I'll go back to the pen, I think. If you're like me and you have a hand that doesn't trace very still, let's copy him. Having a graphics tablet has literally changed my life in terms of designing things. Oh, nice. So I think I will. Again, they're a bit close. I'm just going to shuffle things around a little bit. That should be okay. I don't like to go too close to the other stickers. Being kind to my Cricut machine, even though it's having its own moments at the moment. Let's pop another one in. I hand drew him just as a filler for my sticker sheet, and I quite like him actually. In there. Now, I can replicate the teddy, for example, and maybe make this little one smaller. let's do that. So I'm going to, remember, with that selected, click on him, hit out, going to drag the teddy down, Control T will make him a little bit smaller. Okay, I'm going to use the arrows up just to get him, and I think I'm quite happy with that at the moment. So you end up with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, the stars 8, so 8 different sticker images on the sheet, and I think that's quite a nice variety. I could go in and fill this with extra stars and things, but sometimes it can come a little bit too crowded, sorry. So just so you have an idea, that's what the sticker sheet will look like. On the white, yes, I think that looks really nice, and yes, there are gaps, but again, that's where the machine's going to cut out. So, time to save my sticker sheet. I'm going to turn that one off, making sure it's a PNG file, and at the top I'm going to go to File. I'm going to save it as a Photoshop file first, so we'll call it Halloween Cuties, and at the top I could save it in this little folder here, but I don't want to get it confused with my templates. These are all the things I've been working on lately. I have a sticker sheets folder. You can have a little glance into that. Look at all these stickers. Wow. I'm going to save that just in there for now, because if I want to make any changes, it's really easy to come back, saving as a Photoshop file, because I could drag things around and it wouldn't be too complicated, which is really nice. But for my Cricut machine, I also have to now save it as a PNG file. The Cricut will only cut at the moment my sticker sheets, as far as I know, with a transparent background. So again, I have some little shortcuts. So I'm going to go into completed sticker sheets for Cricut. There you go, another little snapshot into my available sticker sheets, and I'm happy with the title. Might actually call it Minis, just to make it easier to find later on, and I'm going to click Save. Okay, so the next step is I will load that into Cricut Design Space, and because this is an extra little bit of a bonus on my tutorial, I thought I might share that with you now. So there it is. And here we go, so we've got Cricut Design Space. I'm going to open it up. My computer's currently doing a bit of an update. Not the best timing, but it tends to decide it wants to update when I'm recording. Assign it to that one. Okay, look away. I don't always have to sign in, actually. It's just being temperamental. So I'm going to go into all of my projects, and here is where the magic begins. These are loads and loads of files that I have. One of the features of Design Space, if anybody knows how to do it, I wish I could group these together and put them into folders, like a Christmas folder and a text folder. This is some work I've been working for individual custom orders lately. But there you go, you have a snapshot look into some of my designs. But I'm going to create a new one, and I'm going to upload. So click on Upload. If you don't own Cricut or Design Space at the moment, then please feel free to continue watching, or you can end the video now if you were just interested in the Photoshop part. Okay, so we're going to upload an image, browse, and along the top, I know I'm in the right place, and I'm just going to scroll down to the M for Minis, and there it is. I'm going to double click that one. Now you have a choice. Simple is definitely if I just had black text or very simple shapes to cut out. I always choose complex because of the detail in my images. I mean, moderately complex might work, but I do find the detail is better. So I'm going to click Continue. Continue again. And this will show you if, remember on the template, I'm quite fussy and I like to make sure nothing's too close. This is your chance really to say, yeah, I'm happy with that. I want to save as a print then cut because I need to print these stickers out on my machine. So I'm going to click Save. Okay, it's going to do its little magic behind the scenes. And now this is the image, so I'm going to insert that onto my frame here. Now I can go and call it something now, but I'm actually going to wait until the end. So here we go, and who knows, but it always brings up the sticker sheets absolutely massive, and you can go into here and unlock it and change the sizings, but I have roughly, I like my minis to be about 3.2, so because I'm going to duplicate this here, I'm going to take it as closer to 3.2 as I can. That's quite nice. Actually, I might do it a little bit larger, and I like to line it up with the 1 and the 1 square, and I'm going to hit duplicate over here. And the Cricut mat sizing is 6.75 inches at the top and 9.25 down the bottom. When I first started, I didn't have a clue what that meant, other than when I went to attach them all and I came up here, a little exclamation mark appeared. But over time I've learnt. So if I just drag and hold that, you can see it's 6.962, so I'm actually going to move this a little bit closer. At the moment they're separate images. So let's drag it across. I'm going to do this. Again, so a little bit bigger. I cut them out manually with a guillotine, or I can make it across a little bit when I'm done. I really like that part, actually. So the people telling me right now, no you can't, there's an easy way of doing it, I quite like it. Again, being a perfectionist, I want to make sure that it's as much hand on by me as I possibly can. So 6.76, that's lovely. I've highlighted those and I can duplicate that now, and it will drag both of them down. Now I know 9.25 is quite deep, so I'm going to move them down a little bit more. So this is what you need to do to make sure the Cricut machine cuts out the stickers. So I'm going to again drag, make sure they're all selected, and I'm going to click something called attach. So what that's doing now, it's actually like almost flattening the images, ready that the Cricut machine will just continuously cut all of those images in one. I need to save it, so we'll call them Minis Halloween Cuties, and I'm going to click save. I will show you the next step, but I'm planning on posting on Instagram the completed stickers when they're done. So I've saved. You need to hit the make it button, and this is what your printer will print out. So I'm probably going to end the video here for now, because I'm going to turn my printer on and get it printed on the printer, and then the Cricut machine uses these guides to know where to cut. I think it's quite clever myself, but yeah, so I will definitely post on Instagram the completed stickers mini sheets. But I wanted to thank you so much for coming along and joining me today. Please, if you have any questions or comments or advice, add them in the comment section below, and have yourself a lovely rest of the day. Okay then, bye.